Hello, people, and have we got some exciting news for you? The Bitcoin conference has been destroyed. I know some of you have been watching George, and you know what I'm talking about. It's not because Bitcoin prices dropped, although there was a substantial drop today. This is destroyed because rain has submerged Dubai at the Bitcoin conference. And it's token 2049. Dubai has gotten a lot of rain. Everyone's locked inside and no one is going anywhere. That's right. Token 2049, the annual Web3 conference opens its doors tomorrow, but maybe it's just going to be a lot of water. But those doors may well be barricaded with sandbags. So Dubai only gets about 4 inches of rain in a year, very little. But they've seen about 6 inches in the last 24 hours, which is enough to flood many places. So as you can see, Dubai is doing less than great right now in terms of, you're not getting anywhere with that. I mean, those are cars, my friends. If you look at those are cars, my friends. And they're all underwater. You cannot walk in the streets of Dubai. Dubai generally does not have great, I suppose, drainages for massive amounts of water because Dubai generally does not get massive amounts of water. This is completely unexpected for them. They've inundated the city. George is stuck there, but he might not even be able to go to the conference. In fact, the conference may not actually happen because everything's underwater, waterlogged. So DXB, we advise you not to come to the airport because nothing's taking off anyways, unless absolutely necessary. Flights continue to be delayed and diverted. Please check your flight status directly with your airline. We are working hard to recover operations as quickly as possible in very challenging conditions. Yeah, I should have probably built better sewer drainages. If you look at that, the water is like rising up and getting around in the first story. So people are not doing very well. Social media is awash with videos and clips of the unlikely situation with streets turned into rivers, cars submerged, planes spraying water on flooded runways, and tales of diverted flights and visitors to the conference trapped in hotels. That's right. I think George is still trapped in the hotel. He might be trapped for a while. I think it's stopped raining now. But the situation there is not good. Remember, Dubai is more of a desert country in the UAE. Wonder what's going to happen to those Palm Islands. Maybe they've already eroded by now. So token 2049 will run from April 18th to 19th, 2024 at the Madinat Jumeirah Hotel in Dubai, considered by many as the leading global Web3 and crypto community events of the year. 2024 marks the first time the event is taking place in Dubai. And ominous signs, my friends, ominous signs. Tickets sold out well in advance, and a good 10,000 attendees are expected over 2 days. Unfortunately, no one may come because they can't get there. It'll bring together founders, executives, and decision makers from more than 4,000 companies in 100 countries. But it might actually have to happen on Zoom because everyone is kind of barricaded. Kind of a big bummer for a huge event in the crypto industry. But you know what? Mother Nature is more powerful than Bitcoin. Yes, indeed. The topics were going to be decentralized AI, Web3 gaming, DeFi and token blockchain scalability. And of course, the event will be accompanied by exhibitions, live DJ sets, and high-class hospitality. And a lot of water. That's right. This conference, I don't know if it's going to happen. It might be delayed. It starts tomorrow. Maybe they'll drain out all the water. Maybe these cars can not be submerged anymore. But it's really anyone's guess as the Bitcoin conference has been annihilated by Mother Nature. Otherwise in the news, a new stablecoin bill has been introduced, and it is bipartisan. Kristen Gillibrand, Cynthia Loomis, these two are always behind these new stablecoin bills, and they punched Do Kwon in the face. So this new bill will outlaw all algorithmic stablecoins, and that is a nod to Terra USD, depegging from the US dollar in 2024. They don't want another Do Kwon happening. So any algorithmic backed stablecoins, I don't really know if that's over collateralized ones. Jed might actually be in trouble. And every stablecoin is going to require one-to-one reserves for issuers. I think Tether and USDC are going to be okay. Don't really know about others that are over collateralized. with non-dollar entities. Passing a regulatory framework for stablecoins is absolutely critical to maintaining the US dollar's dominance. And obviously, that's one of their main goals, to maintain the US dollar dominance, promoting a responsible innovation, protecting consumers, and cracking down on money laundering and illicit finance. I don't know if Terra Luna was really money laundering and illicit finance, just a really, really bad planned out stablecoin. And yeah, like, you should actually make sure the stablecoins are actually collateralized, because we've actually seen what happens when you try to use algorithms to stabilize a coin without backing. When everything goes down, the algorithm can't stabilize and everything kind of dies. So I'm not actually against this law. I think, like, I'm fine with stablecoins as long as they're backed. There should be pretty big audits and, like, quarterly and also like yearly audits to make sure they are actually backed, to make sure people don't get screwed if and when they go down. So I do think, like, they're clearing the way, they're clearing the stablecoin field, but it might be harder for like one stablecoin to massively grow in a short amount of time, because you do have to have the backing now. You can't just be like, oh, I've got my algorithm buying and selling stuff and we're going to hold it up that way. That is not going to work. Of course, like, it's going to address custody and other things like that as well. I still think Tether is actually going to be okay, but the thing is, like, with Tether, they're actually one-to-one backed. People have tried to redeem them out multiple times before, and they've been able to hold up. Their thing is with illicit activity. I guess, like, Tether isn't able to be fully tracked by the United States. I think a lot of it is they're trying to clear a path for USDC at this point. And because USDC can be fully controlled by the US government. So this is a big, big stablecoin legislation, and it could wipe away a lot of these smaller stablecoins that are algorithmically backed or not 100% backed by the US dollar. Not really sure about DJED and others, but I think Tether and USDC, if they are going to be fine if they required it to be 100% backed, because I believe, like, those are probably some of the only ones that are. And of course, Bitcoin is down. Part of that, obviously, situation in the Middle East, rising tensions. We've been talking about that. And that's also caused obviously a rebound effect, because the dollar index is way, way up over the last couple of days. And obviously, generally when the dollar index goes up, the crypto market does take a bit of a dip. It is an inverse relation. The stronger the dollar is, the weaker crypto is. And that's true with stock market as well, because people pile into the dollar if the dollar is really strong. Also, tensions in the Middle East make people really unsure about the markets. And when people are really unsure about the markets, they tend to flow to the safer investment, which is the dollar, which is a holding place for investors. So as you can see, over the last 5 days, we've gone from about 102 to 105. I think it's like a multi-week high, and people are just uncertain about the market, because Israel did actually say they're going to take clear and decisive action. And that escalation of events in the Middle East definitely will have impact on inflation and what Jerome Powell says, and, like, whether our rates are going to come down or not. People are expecting easy money earlier. If he keeps rates up higher, people are going to pull back on their buying of assets like crypto and stocks. And obviously, that's very bad for the market. So we need that situation in the Middle East to calm down. But I don't really know if it's going to come down, because I do think the Israeli government is basically looking for an excuse to attack Iran and get rid of their nuclear program. Obviously, they've been kind of warmongerish all this time. I'm not a fan of that, but, I don't really get to make the decisions. So what I think is completely irrelevant over there. But yeah, the dollar index has actually been going up. It's nowhere near the top when we were at, like, the lows of the crypto market was like 120. But I think, like, if there's more tensions, it could possibly rise higher. Bitcoin is still bounced out at about, like 60K. But people are saying the Bollinger Bands do indicate lower dips. I think a lot of analysts are saying, like, upper 50s as a result. I still think 60 will actually hold. I think we dipped like 100 or 200 points below 60 temporarily before bouncing back up really fast. But that resistance is being tested right now. And it is because of the geopolitical tensions and the rising dollar index. All these things essentially come together. When there's tensions, people tend to come back into the dollar because it's safer, and if people are coming back into the dollar, they're not investing as much right now. The stock market, although not doing horrible today, is actually still on jitters from the last couple of days. They are kind of like wondering what's going to happen as well. And yeah, they're heading for a fourth straight day of loss. So it's not only the crypto markets that's suffering, the stock market is suffering as well. So join our friends in all the suffering. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.